What's up? I'm Lance and welcome to my second channel. Today we're going to check out a channel called Pexto. This is called When YouTubers Try to Warn Their Audience. The thumbnail looked really good, so let's go check it out. I'll leave the link for Pexto down below. All right, let's get right into it. Here we go.
From Markiplier warning his audience about the massive honey scam 6 years ahead of time,
there's some shady shit going on. I can't put my finger upon it.
to Jacksepticeye's brutally honest warning.
Do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube? Yes.
Here are 8 times YouTubers try to warn their audience, starting with Markiplier, who spent a few minutes during a 2019 stream to vent about a product that every YouTuber except him was promoting.
I don't know why, but I naturally distrust honey.
With honey being a free browser extension promising to help people save money, Markiplier went on to explain his doubts about it.
My gut tells me that nothing in life is free. So where's all these savings coming from? They push so much advertising on YouTube. They do brand deals with other YouTubers.
Despite admitting that honey might turn out to be fine, Mark couldn't bring himself to trust it.
I got no problem with like the concept of an app that like clips coupon codes for you. That's great. That sounds great on its surface, but there's some shady shit going on. People are getting money out of it, and then people are saving money out of it, and that makes sense, but the other part doesn't make sense, and then something's going on here. Where's all this money coming from?
Capping it off with a bold prediction.
I have a feeling there's gonna, in like a couple years, there's gonna be the great honey conspiracy of like 2022.
This would become eerily accurate.
I remember when honey was being pushed. I didn't know it was back in 2019 though. And Mr. Beast promoted it. Even Mac Does It promoted it. And Mac Does It actually made a video apologizing for using honey. And he was talking about, if you guys check out his video, Mac Does It.
Biggest influencer scam of all time.
10 times. I was sponsored by Honey 10 times from the years 2018 to 2020. Today I have found out that might have fucked my whole ass bag. So let's talk about it.
2025, with tech reviewer Megalag being the first YouTuber to expose the ugly truth.
Honey is a scam, and the majority of claims promoted by those influencers aren't even remotely true.
The scam affected both the user and the content creator. The user would always get the worst possible discounts, while the creators would lose affiliate revenue to Honey. Once Megalag spoke out, other YouTubers stepped forward too, including tech reviewer Marcus Brownlee, who would also explain the scam and credit Mark for getting it right all along.
And there was a hilarious clip of Markiplier from like 4 years ago being very suspicious of them.
Mark admitted that while he knew something was wrong, the extent of the scam still shocked him.
I just knew that it didn't feel right. I never took a honey deal because I didn't trust it. And holy shit, it was so much worse than I ever could have imagined.
Markiplier has every reason to feel smug about his prediction, much like PewDiePie, who was the first YouTuber to warn about the dark side of Ryan's world.
It's kind of like seeing child stars on television, because you know, like, their parents are literally forcing them to do it, and it's just something sad about it.
He would make this comment on January 3rd, 2017, when he sat down to react to an article making a bold claim.
What is this? 5-year-old threatens to dethrone YouTube king PewDiePie over my goddamn dead body.
Pewds would go on to review this up-and-coming channel, only to be left thoroughly unimpressed. But it wasn't just the content that left a bad taste in his mouth.
Who will you hatch?
See, she doesn't even let him finish. He was clearly about to say something there.
Besides the pattern of parental manipulation, Pewds noticed another odd thing about Ryan's channel.
Have you ever seen a video with 11 million views and 9,000 likes? Please direct me to that video, because it doesn't exist. These are not real people. These are not real views.
PewDiePie would end his rant with a funny skit that would end up...
They had bots? They were using bots? Is that what you're trying to say? They were using bots?
being scarily close to the reality of most child YouTubers.
Can you do it again, baby? But can you do it with more energy?
More energy?
Yeah, hey, here's a Red Bull, okay? Mommy needs some dollars, so you need to look happy.
8 years later, Ryan's channel has come under intense scrutiny for parental exploitation and shady business practices, ultimately proving Pewds right. But while PewDiePie didn't personally know Ryan, controversial YouTuber Woavicki...
I saw clips of that interview with Ryan with his parents on both sides of him. It looked like a hostage video. The way the father would stare at that boy, and anytime he was supposed to answer, he would just stare at him. I felt bad for Ryan.
Would give a chilling warning about someone she knew very well. Vicky, real name Victoria Rose, first rose to fame in 2017 after using racial slurs and claiming to be black.
I took the test and they said I'm black. That means I have the right to tell y'all that I'm black.
But it became pretty clear that Vicky was just building a persona to chase clout, much like fellow flexer Lil Tay.
I dropped 200 racks on this car and I'm only 9 years old.
Vicky and Tay's paths would cross due to Vicky's feud with another controversial teen, Bad Baby, aka the Cash Me Outside girl.
Me and my blood sister. You feel what I'm saying? These broke ass bitch.
Bad Baby is a bitch.
But on June 29th, 2018, Vicky would make a surprisingly serious video after she discovered the concerning truth about her friend.
Lil Tay is a little girl, a 10-year-old girl who came from Canada, who plays ballet. You know what I'm saying? She don't know nothing about no rappers. She don't know nothing about flexing. It's her brother that runs her account.
Going on to explain why this was so bothersome.
She's really a good person. Like, it's just her brother in her ear telling her what to do. He started yelling at her and was like, why'd you do that? You did it wrong, da-da-da-da-da. And then she started crying because, like, she's 10 years old. She doesn't know how to handle all that.
Fans were quick.
Girl, I give you mad props. Well, Vicky, I give you mad props. Gonna call out some bullshit like that. Good for you. I would never expect that. I would expect you to be a hater or some shit like that, or don't say shit at all. So shout out to Will Vicky for actually being a real one with this one. See, I every girl in my area talks like Will Vicky. So that Will Vicky was like nothing new to me because every girl in my neck of the woods is Will Vicky and freaking Bad Baby, basically. So you could just imagine my neck of the woods.
To appreciate Vicky's rare moment of maturity. Her warning highlighted the exploitation in Tay's life, leading to more people exposing the truth about Tay's family and eventually allowing Lil Tay to live her own happy life. By exposing Tay's brother, Vicky's video became her most popular one to date, much like YouTuber Polydactyl, who exposed primitive technology channels in his most viewed video ever.
Just like Santa Claus and the Queen of England, primitive technology channels are a lie.
Backing his claim by pointing out inconsistencies with primitive tech videos.
This dude is using a stick to carve out this giant hole, which leaves very small marks in the dirt. And if you look above, you see these really big, wide marks. Something that a shovel would make.
He then points out the evident excavator tread marks in the video, further proving the use of machinery behind the scenes. But that wasn't all, as the inconsistencies with nature kept adding up.
What's this? He's splitting bamboo with a hatchet? Hatchets do not pop in nature, alright? Have you ever seen a field of hatchets? Me neither.
Putting the final nail in the coffin by highlighting the scheme behind these channels.
Either like the village or some company came in, they hired a team, and just every once in a while, they said, hey, stop working, we're gonna have this dude come out and hit it with a stick a couple times.
Since then, many YouTubers have exposed the truth about primitive technology channels in recent years, prompting people to appreciate Poly. Now, while Polydactyl can gloat about being right.
Hold on. That was disappointing because I did watch them. I saw them popping up and I was like, oh, that's interesting because I saw some really interesting like concepts it came with. And then this pops up and I'm like, you can't believe everything. You can't believe everything. That sucks. And that kind of hurt me a little bit because that was actually kind of creative and interesting, I thought.
Right, the Sidemen can pat themselves on the back after warning their fans of a scam. In 2025, the Sidemen charity football match was taking place in Wembley, featuring popular YouTubers like Kai Cenat and Logan Paul, causing the tickets to be in hot demand. But in the months leading up to their event, the group became aware of a disturbing activity. Bots and fake accounts are claiming to sell charity match tickets. These are most likely scams. People were grateful for the timely announcement. Surprisingly, this wasn't the first time the Sidemen had to deal with ticket trouble around their annual event, with the 2024 edition affected as well.
We check on eBay, people are reselling.
I really dislike the fact that people have thought, there's a charity event, let me go and buy a ticket
disgusting.
so I can sell it to make 10 times the price of the ticket for myself.
Among the many stars who took to the field in 2025 was Mr. Beast, who had been the subject of a warning by YouTuber Jacksepticeye.
Do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Before getting this question during a lie detector test, Jack would be asked by Tommy Innit about his thoughts on YouTube.
Would you say YouTube's changed for the worse?
Yes.
Leading to a follow-up question that revealed a shocking confession from Jack.
Do you like Mr. Beast?
No.
Jack, do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
When asked about his reasoning, Jack didn't hold back.
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
The clip went viral, prompting Mr. Beast to hit back with a response on X. Most of the internet sympathized with Mr. Beast, with some even questioning Jack's motives. But while Jack didn't respond, his words would loom large a few months later as Mr. Beast faced one controversy after another. From YouTube medical expert Dr. Mike criticized,
"Good for you, Jacksepticeye. Good for you. Good for you." When everyone else was like, "No, dude, you're being salty. You see that one say you're being salty, you're being petty. No. You're jealous." No. I never liked Mr. Beast at all.
Lunchly,
I usually don't make videos discussing creators' products, but when terms like healthier or better for you get tossed around, I feel it's important to set the record straight.
To allegations around the dangerous conditions,
Rosanna Pisana, I think that's her name, Rosanna, who's been on Mr. Beast's neck. She reviewed his chocolate bar, his Feastable.
Team is telling me I should scan the QR code on the back. No. Are you kidding? When you scan it, he's using my GIF? Seriously, Jimmy, cease and desist, bitch. You need to quit. That is just disgusting. I don't want my face anywhere near anything you are promoting. Wouldn't feed it to a pig.
I wouldn't even feed this to a pig. I was like, go ahead, Rosanna.
In the Beast games.
Over a dozen people who participated in the first installment of Beast Games said that they had not received adequate food or medical care, and that some competitors had suffered injuries from the physical challenges.
The internet has started digging into the problems with Jimmy's content, giving even more weight to Jack's warning. However, Jacksepticeye isn't the only one to have been wary of Mr. Beast, with British content creator Chris Broad also taking digs at the world's biggest YouTuber for his association with Logan Paul.
It's very strange. Like, how could Mr. Beast, a guy who is famed for being a genius, who mastered the algorithm, how could he not calculate that partnering with such a man would be anything other than a shit idea?
Logan Paul wouldn't be spared a warning either.
And in the years since, the headlines surrounding this guy have continued to spell bad news. There's not been much in the way of a redemption arc.
Bringing it full circle with Hatua Girl.
What makes it crazy is how she condensed the 5-year lifespan of a modern influencer into just like 2 or 3 months. Step 1, have a viral moment. Step 2, have a podcast. Step 3, unleash a cryptocurrency, which quickly goes wrong.
Chris doubled down on his warning, explaining why it was important to heed it for future generations.
And if the people at the top of this platform with unimaginable reach don't have a good moral compass to guide them, then we all lose for it, particularly the next generation growing up watching this, especially if they're raised on a diet of lunchly. My message this Christmas is simple. Choose very carefully who you watch on YouTube.
Along with his video gaining almost 2 million views, Chris would also be praised by fans. While Chris's warning is being taken seriously by the internet, the same can't be said for American YouTuber TJ Kirk, aka The Amazing Atheist, whose warning about a Finnish gunman went unheard. On June 8th, 2007, TJ filmed a rant on the infamous Columbine.
Oh Jesus, 2007. This is way back. This is the Wild West of YouTube. Jesus.
School shooters Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, and the people who admire them.
I want to talk about these kids, and not just kids, there's adults too, who seem to extol Eric and Dylan here on YouTube. I'll link to all of their profiles once again.
TJ would end his rant with a chilling warning about the exact people who should be investigated.
We're always talking about warning signs, and could we have seen it coming? Well, you know what? If you want to look for warning signs, there they are. Those are your warning signs.
One of the profiles on TJ's list was Natural Selector 89, real name Pekka Erik Avinen, a Finnish teenager who would go on to unalive 7 students and his principal at a high school 5 months after TJ's warning. In the aftermath of the tragedy, TJ would express his disappointment at his warning falling on deaf ears.
You could probably tell that I'm not happy about my vindication, because it was something that I warned you would happen, something that I told you to be mindful of. And you didn't. You weren't mindful of it. You criticized me for it.
However, his accurate prediction would push him into a brighter spotlight, with the internet crediting him for being ahead of his time. I haven't seen this video in over 10 years, but the algorithm treated me well today. In a way, it's prophetic of the time we live in now, where mass shootings are part of the regular news cycle, making TJ's warning one of the most relevant ones of our time.
Wow. Wow. I didn't know about that one. That one I did not know about. I never heard of that one. Wow. That's wild. Pexto might be on my new rotisserie chicken. Let's subscribe. I already got that Pexto. Yeah, we'll have to check out more of Pexto. Very well, and the voice, I like the voice too. Very like good voice for like a documentarian type of voice. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much, and please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. It helps with the algorithm with this channel. We want to get monetized, so let's get to 1,000 subs. And yeah, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Love, peace, and grease, and bye.